Hey YouTube, Geminijets 2000 here, coming at you with the airport update of Philadelphia International Airport. This is just kind of going along with my sort of series of just kind of making and constructing some real life airports and doing kind of one-time updates on those. So I just arranged my airport blocks in the Philadelphia airport terminals. I just about got them all in there, except for one terminal. I'll go over that. But yeah, it's a pretty realistic update. Have pretty much everything for Philadelphia. If you don't know, this is an American hub, specifically a 787 Dreamliner base, and then Airbus A320 family base, along with the regionals. But yeah, I'll just kind of show you through the layout here. This airport's special to me because I fly out of here a lot. I fly the Embraer 145. I'm Philadelphia based right now, so that's cool. But right now, over here on the end here, we have Terminal A. This is the only part that's really isn't too realistic. Terminal A, the real Philadelphia, consists of two terminals: Terminal A West and A East. I kind of ran out of room when making it here, so all I got is A West, which is just a primary international gates for American here. You can see a nice 787 Dreamliner lineup. I did throw a 75 in there for some nostalgia. Then there's a few gates with the other internationals, but then at the real Philly, between Terminal A West and then Terminal B right here, there's another terminal, Terminal A East, and that's kind of your terminal. And there's a few wide body gates, but it's mainly the inbounds from like the Caribbean, Mexico for the narrow body international side. So that's the one terminal I'm missing. But yeah, after Terminal A here, we've got Terminal B, which is American. Terminal C, which is American. Terminal D and E are the non-American terminals. Terminal D here's got JetBlue, Alaska, Delta, United, and Air Canada. And then Terminal E here's got Frontier, Spirit, and Southwest. And finally, Terminal F is the American regional terminal, which is American Eagle and Contour. And yeah, all the terminals are actually the same number of gates and everything except for Terminal F. Not enough room here, and I don't have a full amount of regionals really to stock it up the way it would be realistically. But yeah, Terminal F, Terminal E, Terminal E, Terminal D, Terminal C, Terminal B, all the gates are laid out the way they are at the real Philadelphia, except for like one gate here in the end here just because of this terminal. And this is A West, and that's the same as that is as well. So without any further ado, we'll get right into it. Also on this side, we got the UPS kind of as a sort of mini hub here. I'm saying this is runway 27 right. This is the primary landing runway, probably like 90% of the time. Then the runway used for departure would be 27 left, which would be like right here on this in between the UPS ramp and 27 right. And the aircraft taxiing out there, they'll cross 27 right. When cleared, either over here or down here, or taxi all the way to the end and come around. And yeah, but we'll get started here. We'll start with American. How about we'll go over here with Terminal C. We got an Airbus A319. Oh, I do have a time period for at least the American flights with this. This is kind of like 5 and 6 p.m. bank. So yeah, so got the internationals in. Kind of inbounds from the Caribbean and stuff, and generally this is kind of inbound, at least more at the regional specifically, but it's inbound from the kind of the Northeast, upstate New York, that area, and then departures toward the south and southbound west. But yeah, we got at Terminal C here, we got a A319 to Sharklets in from Bermuda. We'll be heading up to Columbus, empty gate. Right here's an A320 pushing out for Tampa, Florida, and he came in from Houston Intercontinental. A321 here with the Sharklets. He's heading out to Seattle. That's a Neo flight, actually. A lot of Neos here. Heading out to Seattle. He came in from Cancun. I guess all these international flights, they would be parked in the Terminal A for the inbounds, but once again, ran out of space, didn't have the international part of A ready, so that's not quite. But yeah, anyway, here's A321 Neo. Here's a Neo. And he is in from Phoenix and will be heading out to San Francisco. So empty gates. 737. And from Charlotte, we'll be heading to Dallas. As I was saying, this is only an Airbus base, so the only 737 flights are like hub to hubs, which is Charlotte, Chicago, Dallas, and Miami, just other 737 bases. So you're not going to see many 737s for American here in Philly, and that's why I threw in a little more than realistic. Usually it's like one at a time. Searching this bank, the only 737 flight was like Charlotte and Chicago, I think. But yeah, throughout the day, there's some 737s to Miami and Dallas. So, but yeah, right here's an A321. And he's going to be heading out to West Palm Beach, came in from San Juan. Right here's an A320. This is a US Airways model, but these are all in American livery now. So he's heading out to Austin, came in from Pittsburgh. Got another 737-800, and he's heading out to Chicago O'Hare. Got an A319 getting ready to push for Charleston, came in from Nassau. We got an E170 here, heading out to Bangor, Maine, came in from Minneapolis. All the E170s and 175s are operated by Republic here. That is an Envoy model, but yeah, here, the 175s are Republic. Here's another Republic 175, Terminal B now, and he's heading out to Louisville, came in from Nashville. Empty gate, American A321 here, going to be heading out to LAX, came in from Orlando. Empty gate, American 737-800 heading to Charlotte. American Max 8 in from Dallas. American A321 heading out to San Diego and from Punta Cana. San Diego's on a Neo. Right, here's another 738. Last one heading out to Miami and from Chicago O'Hare. Empty gate and a Republic E175 or E170 in from Boston. We'll be heading to Detroit. And we got an A321 for American here in from Montego Bay. We'll be heading to Las Vegas. Okay, that's the American terminal. We'll get these guys taxing here and everything. We got an E175 here, Republic again, and he is heading out to Myrtle Beach, came in from Indianapolis. And we got an A321 coming out of the alley here, and he is heading out to Denver, came in from Aruba. FedEx 767-300 freighter heading out to Louisville, actually came in and he's taxiing back to Louisville. And a Southwest 737-700 on a landing roll. He is in from Chicago Midway, will be heading out to Nashville. And yeah, we'll get the international terminal here. The only airline I don't have is British Airways. They do the 333 into here, and I didn't have one. I didn't really have a gate to throw them at, so. But yeah, right now we got Eurowings A330. This is a 200, they're using a 300 right now. Kind of subbing out for Lufthansa. They're all owned by Lufthansa Group. But yeah, right now it's on a Eurowings A330 300 and Frankfurt. Up until just about like a month ago, actually, Finnair was operating for this flight on the 350, so that was cool to see. But yeah, so it's kind of weird. Normally Lufthansa does it on their A340s and stuff. But yeah, they have Eurowings doing it, and then Eurowings had Finnair doing it. Kind of complicated, but right here's a Qatar 777-300 air heading to Doha, over to the American Dreamliners. Beautiful here. We got a 787-9 here for American, and he is in from London Heathrow. We'll be heading up to Rome. Here's a 787-8 Dreamliner in from Zurich. We'll be heading to Dublin. Here's another 787-8 Dreamliner, and he is in from Paris. We'll be heading to Madrid. Another 787-8 in from Barcelona, heading to Amsterdam. And then right here, we got a 787-9, and he is in from Lisbon. We'll be heading to London Heathrow. Finally here, this used to be Philly used to be a 757 base and 76 base for American before they retired these. And I'll send this to some routes that have not quite come back yet from COVID. So he's heading out to Shannon, Ireland, and came in from Edinburgh. I know they did do those. I don't know if they were on the 75s, but I figure Shannon was because that's a smaller and short route. But yeah, hopefully American will get some of those routes started up again when they get the A321 XLRs. Going over here to the other terminals, Terminal DE, and we'll get Terminal F there, the American Regionals. Pulling out of the alley here, United Max 8 heading to San Francisco. That's a morning flight. Delta 739 heading out to Salt Lake City. That's also a morning flight. That's why these guys aren't really with that PM time frame. Then we got a Frontier A321. Frontier is kind of a mini hub here. Large operation. They have a base here. He's heading out to West Palm Beach. Came in from Jacksonville. On final here, we got the American 787-9 Dreamliner. Flaps down. Beautiful model. It's a new model. And he is coming in from Rome, and we'll be heading to Lisbon. And that wraps up all the American international Dreamliner destinations right now. There's a few more which will come as there's more summer seasonal stuff starts up, like Athens and a few other ones like that. But yeah, going over here, JetBlue. They use the E190. I don't have one, so there's 320 heading to Boston. Alaska 739 heading to Seattle. Only place to go. Delta E170 heading to Boston. That's Republic. Delta 717 heading to Detroit. Delta 752 heading to where else in Atlanta. And a Delta 319 heading to Minneapolis. United Gates, we got a United A320, and he's heading out to, he's going to, where did I have him? Denver. We got a 739 going to Houston, A319 going to Chicago O'Hare, CRJ 900 for Air Canada heading to Toronto, and CRJ 550 for United heading to Newark, operated by GoJet. Over here, Frontier, their little mini hub, we got an A320 here, and he is heading out to Boston, came in from Vegas. A320 Neo heading out to Savannah, came in from Chicago Midway. A321 heading out to Fort Lauderdale, came from Orlando. Southwest 737 heading out to Tampa, came in from Nashville. 738 heading out to St. Louis, came in from there, empty gate. Southwest 737 retro livery heading out to this MAX, heading out to Denver, came in from Orlando. And another MAX, the other retro livery heading out to Atlanta. That's a new model as well. Spirit A320 heading out to Miami, came in from Myrtle Beach. And A320 Neo pushing out for Punta Cana, came in from San Juan. A321 heading out to Orlando, in from Orlando. And a 319 heading out to Cancun, and he arrived in from Atlanta. Finally here, I'll go to the regional terminal. This is where I hang out with the 145s and stuff. And yeah, we'll start here. We got PSA, CRJ 900. And he is heading out to Greenville, Spartanburg. That's usually my commute home. And it came in from Providence, Rhode Island. Here's a Jet Suite X E145. I'm saying he's operating for Contour. They're the same thing. They're Part 135 Charter Airlines. He's in from Altoona, heading out to Ogdensburg. Empty gate. Right here, we got some of the beautiful 145s heading out to, we got in from Burlington, Vermont, heading out to Fort Wayne. Here. Correction. In from Montreal, heading to Lexington, and then the next one's in from Watertown, New York, heading to Grand Rapids. And then right here's a CRJ 700 for PSA, heading out to Norfolk, Virginia, and from Kansas City. Got another E145. He's in from Burlington, Vermont, heading out to Fort Wayne. We got a CRJ 700 for PSA in from Buffalo, and in Knoxville. And finally, a CRJ 700 for 900 for PSA, and he's in from Milwaukee, heading to Dayton, Ohio. Over here, we'll finish it up with the UPS ramp. A little hub here. They got actually a decent little European operation out of here, which is pretty cool. The 76s. We got a 763 here. I'm going to be heading out to London Stansted, came in from Atlanta. Got a 763 here, heading out to Nottingham, England, came in from Newark. And a 763 heading out to Paris Charles de Gaulle, and came in from Phoenix. And we got a 752 here in from Gary, Indiana, GYY, and heading out to Richmond. And an MD-11 in from Dallas Fort Worth, heading to Louisville. Gotta have something to Louisville. And then right here is a 747-8 heading out to Cologne, Germany, and arriving in from Louisville. So that's gonna do it for this update. Philadelphia, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fun setting it up. This one was cool because yeah, I fly out of here, and yeah, was real happy to do it for you guys. Hope you guys liked it. Hopefully Philly's really not at its full capacity to what it was pre-COVID, especially since this is the main just kind of European international gateway for American, and that stuff's still kind of coming back, not at 100% yet. As I was saying, there's still some European routes. I think Budapest was one. They were going to start service to Casablanca and Morocco. I don't know if that was out of Philly, but it was out of somewhere. And so there's still, so with Europe not completely back yet, it's still back a lot, and with the retirement of the 7.5s and 7.6s, it's kind of left Philly at still nowhere near as big as they were pre-COVID. Because now without the internationals, not as many international flights going out, you don't have as many passengers to feed them on the domestic flights. So it results in a kind of smaller operation overall. But yeah, I hope you guys like the update. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Geminijets_2000. And thank you for watching.